Hello, my name is Ryan from Plastering, and this is the definitive guide on how to mix plaster correctly. Now this video can be used to mix a variety of plasters including multi-finish, board finish, and technically any other retarded hemihydrate pre-mixed gypsum plaster. So with that out of the way, let's get straight into what you'll need to mix the plaster. So the first thing you'll need is a mixing tub. I personally like these Rhino Flexi tubs. Whatever you do, do not mix in a water bucket or any sort of hard plastic bucket because they will break. You'll want a bucket trowel and finally a whisk, or at least some kind of whisk drill combination. So now we need to get the water. Here's time for the first golden rule. Always use clean water. If you use dirty water, it'll make the plaster dry brittle, it'll dry too fast, and it won't be very strong. So now we need to figure out how much plaster we're going to require. According to British Gypsum, a bag covers about 10 metres, I'd say about 8 to 10 metres squared. So you'll have to do your own calculations on that, figure out how much you need. When you're mixing, you're going to want around, according to British Gypsum again, 11.5 litres of water per bag of plaster. It works out about a ratio of 1:1. So what I always do is fill the container that you want to fill with plaster about halfway with water, and then by the time you put the plaster in and mixed it, it should come more or less just to under the top of the container. So now we've selected our plaster, we know how much plaster we need, and it's time to start mixing. So go ahead and just start pouring the plaster in there. You want to pour in there less than you know you're going to need altogether, just to get the bulk in there. In this case I'm mixing up about 1.5 bags, so I just throw one bag right in to start with. Now it's time for golden rule number 2. You should always add plaster to water and never water to plaster. It's just good practice. Make sure it doesn't mess up your volume, so you can always add more plaster to the water. So you want to add it in little stages. Obviously at this part I'm just getting the bulk in there, but once you get close to it being done, you just add in a little bit more plaster at a time until it's the right consistency. So once the plaster's in, just pick up your whisk or your drill with a whisk attachment and start mixing. To start with, the plaster that you've poured in, part of it will probably have sank down to the bottom. So you want to use your drill or whisk to move it around the bottom of the bucket, and it'll just lift it all off there. The last thing you want is to have it hovering above the bottom, and then when you go to scrape the plaster out, it's covered in dry lumps of plaster down at the bottom. So just go around the edge, basically make sure you've covered the whole surface of the bottom of the bucket. At this point we're just mixing in the dry powder, just making sure it's all fully submerged in the water, and makes you creating a bit of a vortex just to pull all of the plaster in there. So the footage here is actually now sped up a little bit, just for your sake really. So basically what we're still doing is I'm mixing in the powder, taking a look at the plaster, seeing how wet or stiff is the terms I use, but see how stiff it is, or if it's too wet, then add more powder. As you see there, I'm just lifting the drill out a little bit, and I'm looking at the ripples just to see how high the peaks are and see if it falls flat on itself. If it's not standing up at all, then it's still a bit too wet. So I'm just adding in a little bit more powder at a time and just mixing it in and then checking again. Consistency that we're looking for is, I've heard it described probably best as maybe double cream. It's that kind of consistency. It doesn't want to be too, you'll see in a second, but it doesn't want to be too firm, otherwise it won't spread. Obviously you want to spread it quite thin. We're going for like a 2 or 3 millimeters, so it just needs to be able to spread nice and thin. So right now the consistency is looking pretty good. I'm just getting all the lumps out, using the bucket trowel there just to clean off the whisk, and to scrape around the edges of the bucket because the dry plaster will stick to the edges of the bucket. So right now we're on full power and we're just mixing the plaster. beating all the lumps out of it basically. So at this point the consistency is good, and it's just a case of mixing it smooth. If you tilt the drill to or the whisk to an angle, you'll see it creates a bit of a it forces some of the plaster through the actual whisk of the drill. And you can see we've got a little bit there in there, but that's not a problem at all. Keep it light and fluffy. Now this whole process, usually from start of the mix to the end, should take around 5 minutes in total. This has been sped up a little bit, but usually you'd expect about 5 minutes from start to finish. Once you've mixed it up, you can start using it right away, and this plaster has a workability time of about, it works about an hour and a half to 2.5 hours depending on the temperature. And now you just want to keep going until it's totally smooth. There's no need to overdo it. You don't want to overmix the plaster. You just want to keep it so it's just about lump free. Once it's lump free and smooth, just give it another 30 seconds or so, and then you're done. And there you have it. That is how you mix a bucket of plaster. Now as soon as you've used your plaster, be sure to give the bucket a clean out. Make sure that you clean it while it's still wet, just to save yourself the hassle of letting it dry in there. Clean your bucket, clean all your tools, and then the next time you come to mix plaster, you'll have a nice clean bucket and nice clean tools. Thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you've enjoyed it and I hope you've learned something. Please give us a thumbs up, please subscribe, join us for more tutorials and more videos, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.